this week after last weekend. Were you happy with the way the team responded during the week and obviously out there tonight?
Yeah, what I like about our team is that we have the ability to go from one match to the next, and it transfers from one set to the next, even down to one ball to the next, and separating things out like that is something that helps us to be successful. So, we had to pick ourselves up, get over kind of a flat match for us and our last opponent, and we had to prepare for a team that could do, multiple things tonight. And credit to Cal, this is, a great fight. They have a lot of good players, but if we followed the game plan and let our offense run the way that we knew it should, then we expected to be, coming away with a win tonight. For us, the other part about our team is I like that we're not satisfied. We know that we could play better, and we want to, and we need to for the next opponent coming in here.
Maybe for the players, tell us a little bit about just the end of set two. I think it was tied almost every point between 19 and whatever.
34.
I think it's the last tie. But how do you persevere through that? Both teams back and forth having a chance at set point. How do you persevere through that and obviously come away with that big decision?
Energy. You just got to keep playing through. You got to keep fighting. There were a couple of plays where we knew we could have done better, and we just we responded well. Each time that we had a drawback, we responded really well, and I think that was something we did really well tonight.
Yeah, I feel like we just kind of played with them for the majority of that set, which kind of showed with the score and everything, but at the end of the day, we can pull it out because we have the good players and we know what to do.
Coach, after winning that, was it a little bit discouraging to see, a lot of times that kind of, puts the team down, but Cal was able to race right back. I guess, was that discouraging to not be able to close it out in the third, but obviously then maybe positive for your team to come back and finally close it out in fourth?
Sure. Let me be clear. We always train for, we expect to win in three, but this is Pac-12. There is no easy night. There isn't a give-me team. You have great players, Fab 50 recruits all over the court. So, to not sweep this tonight isn't the end of the world for us. We also understand the sport so much so that when, kind of the energy on the court is out of control or momentum shifts for whatever reason, different substitutions because of the game environment, sometimes it's difficult. And when you go down by as many points as we did in the third set, that's a really hard way to play against this team. It's a really hard comeback to make. But I'm never discouraged in my team. I have the utmost confidence in them. Sometimes my reminders are not so gentle, and they respond and they know it, just because the expectation level is so high within. And I think that knowing that we didn't perform the way we needed to at the beginning of the third kind of lit a fire, and everybody was able to look at each other in the huddle and just say, okay, you've got to erase that set and you have to move forward and we have to play our proper level of volleyball. And it started working well in the fourth set, and we just kind of executed our plan all the way through. And when we do that, we've shown multiple times this season, when we play number 1, number 3, number 5, whoever we're playing, we show that we can play with anybody. So with that confidence behind them, they just need to go out and play our game and control things on our side of the net, and things usually end up in our favor when we do that.
Coach, can you kind of talk about the defensive play too? Sierra Simpson had her second match in three games, I guess, with 31 digs.
Yeah, Cece is doing a fantastic job, and of the 31 digs she made, I guarantee if I go and ask her, she's going to talk about, the 8 or 9 that she didn't make. That's why she's progressing like this. And, climbing through the conference ranks in digs is one thing, but contributing to her team's success is the greater value in these 31 digs. And, I think that she's done a really good job of stabilizing our serve receive unit. And she was told, Ryle coaches her, pretty intensely, and is told to make sure she ups her number of digs because she has to help hold the offense. If we're not scoring in the side-out side of the game, then we have to be scoring in the transition side, and that's completely dependent on how many digs we're getting and how we can convert them to points. So I'm really proud of her efforts. Guarantee there are plays that she's going to want to have back tonight and sharpen up and hone in, and I think that this is a good spot for us to be looking forward to Sunday's match. We have our win, took care of our business, but there are things that we need to correct, and there's still some unfinished business left on that court for these players, and they respond well when that happens.
So the players want to look ahead to Sunday. Obviously, a couple of big teams in here last weekend, and couldn't pull it off against USC. What do you feel like the team has to do better than last weekend, better than tonight to maybe knock off Sunday?
I think we just have to show up tomorrow and know that we have to put in work, and Stanford's going to be tough, and it's going to be an exciting game, and at the end of the day, I think we have a lot of work to do tomorrow, and then that will go into the game, and we just got to come out with fire.
Yeah, I think that we have to hold out, prolong our really good playing, because we played really well in the beginning, in the first 3 sets against USC, and then kind of lopped off towards the end. You can't just expect to have those 3 sets and be done. When we play Stanford tomorrow, I think that we need to obviously come out on fire like we had against USC, but we need to prolong that fire.